Have you ever heard someone on Instagram joke, "My first financial mistake is not being born rich"? It might be a joke, but there's some truth to it. We are told to work hard, and countless internet gurus have all said the same thing. If you are not rich, it's because you're not working hard enough. You need to wake up at 4 a.m., grind 80 hours a week, or else you're just lazy. Yet, they conveniently leave out the fact that where you start in life plays a huge role in your financial situation. Being born rich gives you a head start that many people, even if they work 100 hours a week, their entire life may never achieve. In my opinion, your family's financial situation is the most important factor in how far and how quickly you will get ahead financially. So, maybe not being born rich is really the first financial setback you have in life. However, there are also benefits to being poor. I can't believe I said that. There are benefits to being poor. After all, the majority of people in this world are not rich, and they live just fine and happily. So there must be some merit in it. Before I go on, I would like to clarify that when I talk about being poor, I'm only referring to financial circumstances, not character. I don't mean to speak condescendingly about anyone. I'm one of the poor people myself. But being poor doesn't mean you can't be happy. However, it does mean that you often lack security, which is important to feeling safe and happy. It's hard to feel content when you are always in survival mode, isn't it? I know your life, my life, isn't ideal. I myself always hope for more too. But I have realized that when you are in a not so great situation, accepting the situation you are currently in helps settle your mind and bring clarity. In even the hardest situations, you can find a silver lining and even some benefits. So today I want to talk with you about some surprising benefits that, in a way, only poor people like you and I might have the privilege to experience. So let's get ready with me while we talk about it. So I recently read a story where one of the main characters comes from a very poor family. His parents died when he was really young, and he has been living with his aunt ever since. His aunt is a kind-hearted woman who treats him well, but she doesn't earn a lot of money. So he studies hard and works 2 part-time jobs to help support her and her son. So one day his teachers asked him to tutor a classmate, and he hesitates. He simply doesn't have the time or energy to help others. He's too poor and he can only focus on getting by. So he says, "Rich people worry about changing the world. Poor people worry about their own lives." As selfish as it might sound, I think he has a point. When you are worn out from constant work and living in survival mode, it drains your energy. You have no mental capacity to worry about others when you are struggling yourself. So, for people like us, there's no need to feel guilty for prioritizing our own lives. Anyone who judges you for living your own life either lack empathy, is a hypocrite, or has never been in your shoes. I know it can hurt to face criticism, but you are not wrong for caring about your life first. If you are barely getting by, let world peace take care of itself. Study shows that the biggest factor contributing to happiness is the people in your life. You don't have to be rich to have wonderful people who care about you. Rich or poor, anyone can have genuine friends and connections. But the rich people might have to wonder if someone likes them for them or for their money. For you and I, that's one less worry. You've probably heard stories about wealthy people feeling pressured to keep up appearances, living in exclusive neighborhoods, buying luxury cars, and maintaining lifestyles that can be financially draining. Do you and I have that kind of pressure? Sure, but never on the Bentley or Lamborghini level of pressure. Our levels are more like, oh, she's using Maybelline. Maybe I should get one from Revlon. We also don't have lavish parties to attend or big checks for charity to sign, or even think about fitting a yacht under a heritage bridge that needs dismantling. In our already chaotic lives, it's a blessing not to have those extra pressure. Let me share a quick story. I have a friend who always seems to get what she wants, legally, of course. And one day, I was helping her move out. There was so much stuff she wanted to throw away, including a digital camera that looked quite new to me. She told me to just toss it, saying she didn't know how to use it or thought it was broken. Me being broke, I couldn't bear to throw away any expensive stuff. So I asked if I could keep it, and she said, sure. I kinda just let it sit around for years until last year when I needed a camera, and to my surprise, it worked just fine. Imagine if my poorness didn't kick in. If I'd just tossed it, I would have to spend hundreds of dollars on a new one. So yeah, moral of the story, sometimes having a broke mentality does bring some positivity. Make the most out of a situation is one of them. A research from Harvard Grant study show that children who do chores from a young age build confidence and resilience as they grow up. The experiences allow them to overcome challenges, making them resourceful and improving their problem-solving skills. And that's what being broke offers you. Plenty of opportunity to face hardships with not much resources at hand. I know there are many times you have wished you didn't have these character-building moments, but looking back, we realize that when you handle life problems creatively by yourself using only what you have, you are going to be so proud of yourself, of things you have overcome, of who you have become, a confident and capable individual. Being empathetic makes you a better human being, and it's hard to empathize if you've never been in someone else's shoes, if you've never struggled or had to work hard, if everything is handed to you on a silver plate. It's tough to understand other people's hardship. We see this often with many influencers who have humble beginnings, then, once they are wealthy, share new problems that come off as pretentious and out of touch. They stop being relatable because wealth removes everyday struggles that average people deal with. Something you and I, normal people, cannot just buy our way out of it. But what you have is a much better ability to connect with and understand others. Because you have been in their shoes, you know how it feels, how desperate, how helpless it must be. You feel for them and you want to help. That's your compassionate heart, the one that has been built through many tough situations you have been in. And I hope you never lose that, no matter where life takes you. You have struggled your whole life, and although it would be nice if it were easier, it is what it is. Being poor, having no money is tough, not only financially but also socially. A lot of the time, poor people are painted in bad lighting. Society often treats people differently because of how much or how little they have, which is really sad. But I hope you keep moving forward, improving your life, overcome challenges one at a time. The struggles you face today are laying the foundation for your experience, your character, and your journey. Don't let them weight you down. See them as stepping stones. If you ever feel too tired, take a break. But don't give up, because you know you deserve better in life. Thank you for listening to me ramble on this rainy weekend. I hope what I share today resonates with some of you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and I'll see you in the next one.